Hello everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Gibbon Travelogue. I'm Lilian.
And I'm Gilbert. And in this video, we're going to show you how we plan our trip from Tokyo to Kawaguchiko. Lilian, are you ready?
Yeah,
Okay, let's start our video.
let's go!
In this video, I'll show you exactly how to plan a 3-day road trip to Kawaguchiko, including how to rent a car, where to stop along the way, and some local food you won't want to miss. Okay, let's talk about some pre-trip planning. Let's start with what we hope to see and do for this trip. For us, it's about seeing and capturing amazing scenes of the majestic Mount Fuji up close. We would also like to try the local cuisine. And all this over 3 days. So we came up with a few places that would give us the best opportunity to do so. With that in mind, we plan our route. From Shinjuku in Tokyo, we will drive to the Skywalk in Mishima, which is 102 kilometers away and will take us 2 hours to drive there. The second leg is from Mishima to Fuji City, which is 43 kilometers or 45 minutes away. The third leg will bring us from Fuji City to Shiraito Falls, which is just 25 minutes away. The last leg will be from Shiraito Falls to Kawaguchiko Lake, which is another 32 kilometers or 45 minutes away. To do what we have planned, the most convenient way is to rent a car and drive from Tokyo to Kawaguchiko. You can rent your car easily from book.com or trip.com. Here are some information that we hope you will find useful. Download and open the trip.com app. Tap on car rentals. Since we'll be staying in Shinjuku, it will be convenient for us to collect the car from there. Enter the dates that you'll be there and tap on search. From here, there are lots of options that you can consider. There are 4 of us for this trip with some pretty big luggages, so we selected the Toyota Sienta that can easily fit 4 people and our luggages. There are 2 important things to note when renting a car in Japan. Do not forget to apply for your international driving license. Without that, you will not be able to rent a car in Japan. For us Singaporeans, we can apply for it using the Automobile Association of Singapore website. This will cost you 20 Singapore dollars and the IDL will be mailed to you within 10 working days. The drive from Tokyo to Kawaguchiko requires you to drive on Japanese expressways. Along the way, motorists are expected to pay tolls where you can use cash, credit cards or ETC, electronic toll collection, with an ETC equipped vehicle. The car rental company will also be able to rent you an ETC card at 500 yen per day. For our trip, both to and fro, we passed through the toll stations 10 times, costing a total of 8,290 yen. From the route that we have planned, we will spend 1 night at Fuji City and another in Kawaguchiko. Our preferred apps are either Agoda or Trip.com. With the Agoda app, you can browse through a range of suitable accommodations based on your budget. For us, we chose Toyoko Inn Shin Fuji Eki in Fuji City, costing 9,094 yen. At Lake Kawaguchiko, we chose Fuji Kawaguchiko Onsen Hotel New Century for 30,612 yen, which include breakfast and dinner. Okay, let's begin our trip to Lake Kawaguchiko. Our journey starts at Nippon Rent-A-Car Shinjuku South Gate. It's super convenient, just a short walk from the station. We produce our booking reservation email, passport and our international driving license at a car rental counter. After some paperwork, we have our car brought to us, a Toyota Sienta, a hybrid car which uses petrol to generate the electricity to power the car. From Tokyo, we hit the expressway for about 2 hours to reach Mishima Skywalk. Mishima Skywalk is Japan's longest pedestrian suspension bridge. spanning 400 meters and offering breathtaking views of Mount Fuji and the lush forests of Shizuoka Prefecture. Located in Mishima City, the bridge stands 70 meters above the valley floor, providing a thrilling yet scenic experience for visitors. Besides the stunning panorama, the area features adventure activities like zip lining. It's a popular stop for travelers heading to or from Kawaguchiko or Hakone, making it an ideal place to enjoy both nature and a bit of excitement. On a clear day, Mount Fuji stands tall in the distance. Unfortunately for us, not today. What a rainy day! But the views were really breathtaking. There is also a cozy cafeteria nearby, perfect for a coffee break with nature all around. Cherry blossoms or sakura are one of Japan's most iconic and beloved natural spectacles. Every spring, usually from late March to early April, the country transforms into a sea of pink and white as these delicate flowers bloom. As it is still only early March, we are not hopeful to see much of the cherry blossoms. Driving around Mishima, we are pleasantly surprised by cherry blossoms blooming along the roadside, a total sakura moment. We know Mishima is also famous for its Unagi Bento, a must-try local delicacy. The city's eel is known for its exceptionally tender texture and rich flavour, thanks to the pristine spring water from Mount Fuji, which is used to purify the eels before cooking. The eel is typically grilled over charcoal and glazed with a savoury sweet sauce, then served over rice in a beautifully packed bento box. This is one of the best places to try, a historic restaurant serving high-quality unagi dishes for over 150 years. Our next stop is the Mount Fuji World Heritage Centre at Fujinomiya City in Shizuoka. The Mount Fuji World Heritage Centre is a museum dedicated to showcasing the cultural and natural significance of Mount Fuji, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Designed by renowned architect Shigeru Ban, the building features a striking inverted cone shape that reflects beautifully in the surrounding water, creating an illusion of Mount Fuji itself. Inside, visitors can explore interactive exhibits, historical artifacts, and a panoramic observation deck with stunning views of the mountain. The museum highlights Mount Fuji's spiritual and artistic influence, its role in Japanese culture, and environmental conservation efforts. The observatory deck is super cool, but again, no Mount Fuji today, just clouds. Oh well, we move on. Dinner is at a home-style restaurant run by a lovely mother-daughter duo. As we step inside, the cozy interior, decorated with family photos and handwritten menus, immediately makes you feel at home. The daughter, a middle-aged lady with years of experience perfecting her craft, skillfully flips the savoury pancakes on a well-seasoned tapang, while her 83-year-old mother prepares the ingredients in the kitchen. The okonomiyaki, packed with fresh cabbage, pork, and seafood, is grilled and topped with a generous drizzle of homemade sauce and mayonnaise. What began as an awkward visit to a tiny home-run okonomiyaki joint in Fuji City slowly turned into a lively exchange of laughter and culture. With a mix of broken Japanese hand gestures, Google Translate, and spontaneous singing, the mother-daughter duo running the shop welcomed us into their world. Karaoke, huh? Oh.
すごい。
Babe,
はい、みんなで歌うよ。
but Chukogo.
ほら、ここにある。
No, Nihon.
歌詞ここにある。
Okay.
もしもあなたと会えずにいたら、私は何を知ったでしょう。 平凡だけど誰かを愛し暮らしてたでしょうか時の流れには
As a sizzling okonomiyaki was served, conversation flowed in an unexpected but heartwarming way. By the end of the meal, what started as a simple dinner became a joyful connection, proving that food and kindness can bridge any language barrier. We drive to a hotel for the night after this unexpectedly heartwarming experience. We check in for the night at the Toyoko Inn, Shin Fuji. Lilian and I make a kombini run at the nearby Lawson before we retire for the night. And then we're going to try the instant noodles ramen. We wake up in the morning filled with excitement. We hope for a clear sky and eager for our first glimpse of Mount Fuji. The hotel is located just in front of the Shinkansen station in Shin Fuji. Lovely place, but no luck. Mount Fuji stays hidden behind the clouds. I suppose the experience of chasing Fuji's beauty is an adventure in itself. After breakfast, we set off to the Dream Bridge. Sadly, the cloud cover continues, so no Mount Fuji again. Suddenly, it dawns upon me that going to these places and not having Mount Fuji present is like visiting Zhao Yanfat's house when Zhao Yanfat is not at home. It is just a house. Similarly, the Dream Bridge without Mount Fuji is just an overhead bridge. Something is missing, but I just can't figure out what exactly is missing. Mount Fuji is not there! Keeping our spirits high and still hoping of a sighting, we drive towards Shiraito Falls, a peaceful, scenic scene perfect for stretching our legs on the way to Lake Kawaguchiko. Shiraito Falls in Shizuoka Prefecture is a breathtaking waterfall known for its delicate thread-like streams of water cascading down a 20-meter high, 150-meter wide rock face. Fed by the pristine underground springs of Fuji, the falls create a mesmerizing curtain of silky white streams, giving them their name, which means White Thread Falls. The surrounding lush greenery and the gentle sound of flowing water make it a peaceful and scenic spot. Recognized as one of Japan's most beautiful waterfalls and part of the Mount Fuji UNESCO World Heritage Site, Shiraito Falls is a very nice place to visit for nature lovers exploring the Fuji area. This is a place where Mount Fuji can be seen. Once again, Zhao Yanfat is still not at home. After spending an hour at the Shiraito Falls, we continue our drive to Lake Kawaguchiko. We finally arrive in Kawaguchiko City at around 2 p.m. after an hour of leisurely drive. This is a popular tonkatsu restaurant where they serve crispy, juicy pork cutlets that hit the spot. Okay, thank you. Oh, the beef is very tender. Very nice. Lake Kawaguchiko is one of the Fuji 5 lakes and one of the best spots to admire Mount Fuji. Located in Yamanashi Prefecture, it offers stunning reflections of the iconic peak on clear days. Visitors can enjoy a variety of activities, including sightseeing cruises, hot springs, hiking, and the famous Kachikachi Ropeway, which provides panoramic views of the area. Our next stop is a visit to Oishi Park. The park, known for its stunning Lake Kawaguchiko views with Mount Fuji in the background, greets us with peaceful walking paths and early blooms of some colourful flowers. However, Mount Fuji remains hidden behind a thick layer of clouds, teasing us with only brief glimpses of its silhouette. To make the most of the moment, we enjoy a soft-serve ice cream, its creamy sweetness perfectly complementing the cool spring air. Despite the obscured view, the rippling lake, gentle breeze and quiet charm of the park create a serene and memorable experience. After the visit to Oishi Park, we check into our hotel. Hotel New Century is a charming lakeside hotel located right in front of Lake Kawaguchiko, offering some of the best views of Mount Fuji. Every single room in the hotel faces the lake and provides a breathtaking panorama, making it an ideal spot for visitors hoping to wake up to a stunning sunrise over Mount Fuji. The hotel features traditional Japanese-style rooms with tatami flooring and futon bedding, as well as modern comforts for a relaxing stay. Our dinner at Hotel New Century is a delightful ryokan-style feast, beautifully arranged and served in a traditional multi-course kaiseki manner. The meal features a variety of seasonal and local ingredients, each dish thoughtfully presented on elegant Japanese tableware. At night after dinner, we make another kombini run. Waikin, Eunice, Lilian and I spend the night eating, drinking, talking and making merry before retiring to our futon, dreaming of the moment when we might wake up to a perfect view of Japan's most iconic mountain. There it is, Mount Fuji in its full breathtaking glory. The clouds have vanished, revealing its majestic snow-capped peak, perfectly reflected in Lake Kawaguchiko.
Time now is 6:45. Lilian woke me up and said, Mount Fuji! And indeed it is.
Right in front of us. But it's still very
Nothing,
misty everywhere,
Yeah.
Just the Mount Fuji is cleared.
Beautiful.
We stand in quiet awe, savouring the moment. Zhao Yanfat is finally home. We are not sure how long before the clouds start to cover it again, and so we quickly make our way to take some nice photos. First stop, the famous Lawson convenience store with Mount Fuji in the background. The Lawson convenience store near Kawaguchiko station has become an iconic spot for travellers looking to capture the perfect photo of Mount Fuji. The contrast between the modern convenience store with its familiar blue and white sign and the timeless beauty of the mountain creates an almost cinematic scene. This is why the spot has become so popular on social media, with countless travellers stopping by just to snap a photo.
Look nice.
Then we take the Mount Fuji Panoramic Ropeway for breathtaking views of Lake Kawaguchiko, with Mount Fuji towering behind. The Mount Fuji Panoramic Ropeway, formerly known as the Kachi Ropeway, is one of the best ways to enjoy a sweeping view of Mount Fuji and Lake Kawaguchiko from above. Located on the eastern shore of the lake, the ropeway takes visitors up Mount Tenjo to an altitude of 1,075 meters, offering an unforgettable perspective of the region's natural beauty. The ride itself lasts only about 3 minutes, but at the top, the observation deck provides a 360-degree panoramic view where visitors can take in the full majesty of Mount Fuji. This spot has become a favourite for photographers and nature lovers alike, drawn to the stunning contrast between the deep blue of the lake, the lush greenery of the hills, and the iconic snow-capped peak of Mount Fuji. Adding to the charm of the experience is the ropeway's connection to a beloved Japanese folktale, Kawaguchiko, or the Crackling Fire Mountain. A classic story about a mischievous tanuki, a raccoon dog, and a clever rabbit. Visitors will notice statues of the two characters at the summit, giving a whimsical touch to the site. A ride on the Mount Fuji Panoramic Ropeway is an experience that combines natural beauty, cultural storytelling, and a sense of adventure. Whether you are visiting Kawaguchiko for a day or staying for a longer trip, this short but unforgettable journey to the top of Mount Tenjo is well worth it. Finally, we hike up to Arakurayama Sengen Park. Arakurayama Sengen Park is one of the most iconic spots in Japan for capturing the perfect view of Mount Fuji, framed beautifully by the Chureito Pagoda. The journey to the famous viewpoint begins at the base of the park, where visitors must climb about 400 steps to reach the Chureito Pagoda, a striking 5-story red pagoda that stands against the backdrop of Mount Fuji. The effort is well rewarded as the scene from the top is nothing short of spectacular. On a clear day, the snow-capped peak of Mount Fuji rises majestically above the landscape, while the pagoda in the foreground adds a traditional and cultural touch to the view. A little about the Chureito Pagoda. It was built in 1963 as part of the Arakurayama Fuji Sengen Shrine, a sacred site dedicated to the deity of Mount Fuji. Visiting the park is a must for photographers and nature lovers, provided that Mount Fuji is not covered by the clouds. On the way back to Tokyo, we stopped at Gotemba Premium Outlets for some shopping. Located in Gotemba City, this massive shopping complex is one of the largest and most popular outlet malls in Japan, featuring over 200 stores from both international luxury brands and well-known Japanese labels. The outlet is divided into two main areas, the East Zone and the West Zone, connected by a bridge that offers one of the best panoramic views of Mount Fuji. Unfortunately, when we arrived, the clouds have already covered Mount Fuji. Well, we are not that disappointed and pretty contented that Mount Fuji had already accompanied us mostly through the day at Kawaguchiko. Beyond shopping, Gotemba Premium Outlets has plenty of dining options. One of the best spots to eat is the food court, which has a large window that on a clear day overlook Mount Fuji. Okay, that's all folks. Hope you find this video helpful.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like.
Leave a comment for us and subscribe to
Gibbon Travelogue.
Until our next video,
We'll see you again.
Bye bye.